So, if it seems like, there's this, me like talking about, oh, the Jews are special, the Jews are God's chosen people, whatever. You know what that is? It's not a fetishizing as so much as it's a type of thing where there is a gift that they have that different people have. It's not a matter of, and it's also been the fact that my chronically questioning being Jewish with all the people that have told me I'm Jewish that have not heard from my family that my mom keeps stars of David and menorahs on her wall and celebrates Jewish holidays and chants and prays in Hebrew and but it's very strange things like I mean I'll have a cross on my door and a Jewish person will come up and knock on my door to ask to pray with me and I said of course I would love to but why would you be asking to pray with me? And he said, oh, I can tell by the cross on your door that you're religious. And I thought, wow, that's very strange. A Jew sees a Christian and he really it's like the reverse of those Jehovah's Witnesses trying to save people. But he wasn't trying to save me, but it was, I really, that was very, very special because, he wore the yarmulke, was chanting in Hebrew and, descendant of Abraham. But it seems like everywhere I go where there's not supposed to be Jews, like when I was in Buffalo, New York, that was understandable. And like they were telling me, don't get in the car with that Son of Sam guy. Son of Sam, David Berkowitz was Jewish on both sides, and this guy looked so much like the Son of Sam. And then there was a Jewish missionary from the tribe of Benjamin, St. Luke's Mission of Mercy, and there was. And it was funny because I said, there's never been a Jew I've met that I didn't like. And then this woman said, she was Jewish. She said, you have not met very many Jews, okay, obviously. And what's funny is the ones that are displaying the behaviors that I don't like. The reason I like them is because they do it in a way sometimes that it's intelligent or it's in a way that's kind of freaking funny, okay? Because it gets under people's skin, like yeah, I was trying to be a Christian, but hearing someone say, you know what, you guys think that my ancestors are burning in hell for all eternity because they didn't believe in Jesus, but Jeffrey Dahmer did believe in Jesus and got baptized and he gets to be in heaven, okay? Do not ask me for money for your Christian charity, okay? Fuck you, and just the way I like the attitude, okay? I personally, I don't think I can see why that would cause people to develop some of these conspiracies and things, but they are very good at winning Nobel Prizes, okay? But what I'm showing you right here, okay? This face right here is the only face of an influential politician who is actually we got a photograph of that says he's Jewish, actually, a descendant from the tribe of Dan. And this is another weird thing about it is him and his wife Jackie Lee Kennedy both have the name Israel, and one of them has the name Israel and his most important wife Leah, which means meadow, because he went by John and Jack. Jack, that's what my last name alternative James is, the feminine alternative for John and Jack, okay? Jack is an alternative for Jacob. Jackie Lee Kennedy means Jacob and Leah, the most important bride of Jacob. And then Kennedy means helmeted chief, or it can mean misshapen head. Kennedy can also mean ugly head. Kennedy can mean ugly leader, okay? And there's a book written about him returning as the beast of the apocalypse, okay? And I guess I could understand why, because the God that we have, a very, very good people who want souls to be saved, could be very, very opposed to any types to the abuses that are the plagues, the famines, and the fact that God was getting ready to commit over a genocide worse than the Holocaust against kill over 99% of the Jews in a very short amount of time, right after leading them out of bondage and saying how much He loves them, and so very, very good people, if they experience enough grief, they could become an antichrist. They could become a supervillain. They could become a terrorist and all this other stuff. But they call anyway. So that was what I saw in Andrew Pollock. That why would I? There's so many school shootings. Okay, there's so many people that die tragically every day. There's got to be. I mean, I venerate some people that have been dismembered while they're still alive and tortured in so many ways. Like, why does this stick out as something so very very important? And I knew that because it's not something easy to explain. Okay, but with Andrew, there was I realized what he was going through, what he lost, and the type of potential he has. What I am seeing in him is maybe what Gideon did not see in himself, and what maybe King David didn't see in himself. What King David's brothers and King David's a father did not see in him is he would have never been anything special, and his father did not want to be around him and kept him outside and did not want Samuel to know that King David was one of his sons, and that's the one that's actually elected king. So you might not think Andrew is even a good Jewish author. He's really my favorite, actually, because of the living ones, because he has so much in common with my favorite Jewish author who's no longer alive. For one, the birthday of Saint Bernadette was the death day of Emperor Hirohito, and I'll get to why that's important. But February 11th, okay, 211, birthday of George Washington, is the feast of Our Lady of Lourdes, who began as Our Lady of the Immaculate Conception. And that just happens to be National Japan Day, when the first Japanese emperor was crowned, and the jade stone, the jade, became the only stone that was associated with a gift from a divine being that is actually represented. The Japanese flag, the sun disk on the Japanese flag, gave a piece of jade to represent the deity that's represented by that sun disk, and Jacob Israel was a sun disk, okay? And half of that jade stone is represents the sun. The other half of that jade stone represents the moon. And the jade rabbit, Meadow's Chinese zodiac is the rabbit. Lee Harvey Oswald's got Meadow in the name Lee, and he was an earth bunny like her, and mine is a fire bunny, and so they call me Ted Bunny because Matthew means the same thing as Ted, and Bunny is, that's the beast from Monty Python, and so there's an entire book about how John F. Kennedy, he dies of the fatal head wound. He got the 666 votes in Democratic convention, and his wife was wearing his blood to important events and never changed her clothing, and she was fighting physically and needing to be restrained because she wasn't done talking to the dead corpse of her husband. And he put flowers on the grave he would be buried at 11 days before he got shot and killed. And the fact that Ronald Reagan survived and not becoming the eighth victim of the Tecumseh curse actually links him even more to Revelation prophecy. There's actually not another figure that has as much basis for us to believe that this person could be the beast with the fatal head wound that heals and the world goes after, who is the eighth king but also the seventh king, meaning he dies, he comes back alive, and people don't originally recognize him. So, but anyway, it doesn't mean he's a bad person either. And also, one very important thing that Meadow Jade has taught me is that. Okay, I don't have time. These have to be 10-minute videos, okay? But So the book about Meadow Jade by Andrew, okay, it came out the birthday of my favorite Jewish author, Franz Werfel, who wrote The Song of Bernadette. Bernadette means bear. Mother Russia, she's a bear. a black bear, a mother bear, man, she's nicer to her kids than God, because a mother black bear will fight to the death against a grizzly twice her size and send him running away because he knows she's fighting to the death to defend her cubs. And if we had a God like that, we wouldn't have a lot to worry about. Anything coming into the garden or tempting us or hurting us, or anyone getting any of his children getting raped and killed. No mother bear is going to let that happen. And Meadow Jade is absolutely a bear, and Burn. Hold on.